Hello, and welcome back to my channel. This is Reality with DVD. How you doing? And on Mother Wendy, this is going to be my episode 13 recap of Abbott Elementary. And the episode opens up. What the heck goes talking about the episode opens up. But anyway, the episode, let's get right on into it. I guess. You know what the hell? And the episode opens up and we have a frantic Jacob, right? We finally got the trip to the park. And this was coming from a last episode. And he decides he wanna pass out an itinerary. And he's like, baby, you pulled off the thing. You got us a field trip that didn't cost us any money. You need to freaking relax. And then Ava comes in. She said, yeah, because I want to sit in my air chair. And then he gives out Horton, who for some reason he just don't like Horton. I haven't figured it out yet. He gives him his little itinerary paper. And he wipes his mouth with it. So Janine and Gregory come in and Jacob is thinking soft porn because what he does is he picks up her sweater and puts it back around her shoulders. And it was like kismet, right? So Gregory finally decides that he is going to tell Janine how he feels. Say, what now? Oh, get it. So they get on the bus, and when they get on the bus, they ride, and then Janine sits with Jacob, and he's like, no, don't sit with me. Sit with Mr. Gregory. And so she goes up, she gets bold, and she sits with Gregory. And they are so into each other on this damn trip. I don't know where their kids are. Okay? Because during this whole trip, they are laser focused on each other. Let's go to the swing sets. And they swinging each other in the swing sets, and the children like, when we gonna get a turn? And here they are, Sheminti and the rest of the crew is having all kind of trouble with this school called Liberty. And the Liberty kids are bullying the Abbott Elementary kids. But the Abbott Elementary kids are but it's still Janine and Jacob, or Janine and Gregory are in the world to themselves. And and so Sheminti, she's like, hey, your kid is messing with our kids. And they was like, oh, okay. Well, your kid says that your kid pushed our kid. So they go back and forth with that. And so they was like, Barbara was like, I'm noticing a pattern here. But all the while, Ava is trying to keep her cool and stay on the chair or whatever. Okay. Until she finds out that the Liberty kids. Now, how did she not know that her soror was the Liberty principal? Child, and probably one of those things that Ava should have been paying attention to that she wasn't. So all the while, we at the school, right? And Mr. Johnson is having a field day at the school. He's minding his own business, and the truancy officer, she tells him, do not go downstairs because, you're not supposed to go in the basement. But he's trying to lighten his keys load. So he goes downstairs in the basement and he puts in Ava's code, 6969. I'm surprised it ain't back to the ass up. But anyway, he puts in the code and he finds a golden throne. And the golden throne says, hello, Mrs. Ava, or whatever her last name is. And then he said, well, I'm about to turn it into a volcano. And y'all about to see why. So then, you go back to the playground. And there is Janine and Gregory still into each other. By this point, they get so frustrated with the Liberty kids that they, the teachers from Liberty, even steal the Abbott Elementary kids' lunches. Say, what now? Yeah. They sitting in the shade while the Abbott Elementary kids stuff is out in the hot sun, and they had to eat hot PB and J's. So by this point, we have Crystal. She arrives, right? Who is played by Tatiana Ali, who I didn't give her name in the last episode she was in. And they come to this decision that they're going to fight it out because now it is activated, right? She done got up off her air chair and she's ready to go. And so is Barbara. So we're gonna do a relay race, right? And so they do the relay race, and finally we get Gregory and Janine, but they are alone because everybody's finally deciding to look for them. Okay, this is amazing that nobody looked for them before. And so they out there on the wooden slide, and they and Gregory is ready to tell it, but before he tells it, remember, he is super jealous of Manny. Manny sends her a text message saying that he wanted to meet her for dinner. Girl, I wish there really was a love triangle. Because Janine is not interested in Manny, but baby, that would be so cute if she was, being pursued really by both of them. Because baby, I love that sexy Manny. I can't hear the child. I miss him. But anyway, they on that wooden slide, child. They trying to get together or whatnot. And then Ava walks up. She's like, "Where y'all been?" And they was like, "Well, we were just," and then they say, "Just nothing." And so Horton gets off the phone with his wife. And they was like, he said, I regret something. I regret dating somebody I work with. We were both teachers, our rooms next door to each other. Now I'm living in a studio apartment trying to figure out who's going to get the gas grill. And they would say, well, they need to hear it. Some people need to hear it. And so Gregory comes to the decision that he's not going to tell it because he's like, wait a minute. I thought of everything except for that one thing. What if this thing does not work? And so they do participate in the relay race. And Janine wants the monkey bars. And Janine gets on the monkey bars with her little self. And she finally makes it. And she does this little dance. And I was like, no, come on. Because, Barbara is the tail end of the race. They win the race, right? But all the kids are gone. Like, where's the kids? And the kids, they're on the wooden slide. All the kids are playing together. The Abbott Elementary kids and the kids from Liberty. And Crystal, played by Tatiana Ali, apologizes to Ava. And she said, I'm sorry, Soror. And Ava said, I'm sorry too. I'm sorry, we kick your ass. So they get back to the school. Because, by this point, Mr. Johnson has locked himself down. He's like, where the hell y'all been? Y'all took so long. And because, when he was lighting up his keys low, he locked himself out of the school. And so when he gets back, he lets Ava know that he dropped a bomb on her new toy. He dropped a bomb on me, baby. He dropped a bomb on her new toilet. And she was upset. She was like, no, you didn't go down there and use my toilet. So, yes, he did. So, we're getting prepared for Janine's party in the next episode. So, this is where everything is going to come to a head with Janine and Gregory. So, that's going to conclude episode 12. And now I'm going to go into episode 13, the party. So, now we're on episode 13, and we open up the episode, and this is the party. We open up the episode with Ava, and she is talking to her former self because she gets an email from herself, and she realizes that she hasn't done anything like the pottery wheel, the art, the 400 books, the Mandarin. She hasn't done anything that was on her future playlist. And then she realizes that she hasn't even helped her teachers like she had planned to. But of course, Ava being Ava, she pats herself on the back even though she hasn't accomplished anything. So we get to Janine's class first, and she finds the plant that Gregory and the goofballs gave her, and she shows it to Alex, and she's the little boy who never did come to school. Him. that was staying with his grandma because he missed Janine, and that made her go back to school instead of hanging out with Texas man at the district. Yeah, that part. so, she tells him, the plant, look how much it's growing. But that plant ain't grown that much. He said, well, she told him, well, we'll see when you start coming to school next year. So the kindergarten is getting ready to graduate. This is the last day of school, and here we go. Janine says that she gonna throw the party of all parties at her tiny, 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 tiny apartment. And everyone is invited. So now we're at the graduation, and Shamenta is trying to encourage Janine to have the party at Barbara's house, and she has rooms plural. And Ava is on the stage telling the parents not to hold their applause until after their name is called. Yeah, I'm guilty. My baby graduated from kindergarten last week, and jumped up when they called her name, as I usually do. That's my baby. That's what I always say. And that's what they expect to hear their mama say. Okay. So Janine is trying to comfort everybody, let them know that, her 350 square foot apartment is perfect. Miss Johnson, why y'all don't just, y'all might well have that damn party in my mop closet. I know that's right, Mr. Johnson. So Janine is looking as cute as she wants to look, and the first to arrive is Barbara and Shamenti. So the house is a mess. She does that on purpose because she knows they're gonna clean up. So Janine has her apartment out, the section out, the gamers, the antisocials. Everyone has a section. Then in her bedroom, she has set up a movie called Where's the Mills? And I'm like, girl, you must not want them to stay in that room if you want the the moviegoers or whatever to stay in the room. Because nobody's going to stay in there and watch that. Nobody I know. So we go to the back door. Ava arrives. She says she has a party to say. And she says, oh, Ava, you're an hour late, but right on time. And then they like, oh, strobe light effect. Nice. Then she says, no, yeah, it is a nice effect. But, she's too short to change the light. That's neither here nor there. So, the guys decide they're going to give her, Jacob and they decide they're going to give her some beer of some sort. And then she throws it away, and she already has their drink. Oh, they're loving this. So, what could go wrong now? Everything's perfection. And Gregory and Mr. Johnson arrived about the same time. Gregory just a little bit earlier than Mr. Johnson. Mr. Johnson said he parked his G-Wagon in the rest, so if he gives a ticket, he's going to split it. Say, well, now, I heard that. And he had on a pleather suit, honey. So she puts Mr. Johnson in the social section. I'm sorry, not the social section, but the gaming section. And then she puts Mr. Eddie Gregory in the semi-social section. So the district people arrive, and of course, one of them breaks something, and then it's right on Janine's plan. She's like, oh, no, it's okay. People break things. But yet, it's still in her mind, she knows Shamenti's going to say, hey, it's not a party until something breaks. And she say, right on cue. And Gregory's in the background, remember, it's a mockumentary. He's talking to the audience saying, yeah, I'm really glad Manny and her are still cool. No, he ain't. So Ava's bored. So she's out. She said, girl, y'all got Spotify. I'm out. And then she said, well, before you go, I paid you. And she was like, yeah, but this is my pre-party before the party. And then she said, Janine's working the room, child. So she goes over and says, how would you like to meet my cousin Kwame? And then she tricks Ava into staying. Because cousin Kwame is fine, child. He fine on the show. So Erica is mad at Janine. She's like, wait a minute. You got somebody for Ava? You didn't get somebody for me? Then she shows her the guy, Simon from the district. And she's like, oh, cool. But Mr. Johnson is messing up things. Where is he? He's not at his game playing station. Heck, Erica is a mess. She called old boy young ethnic Adam Sandler. Hilarious. When I tell you I love this show. So Erica's like, you're concerned about Janine. What about you, girl? Is Gregory here? No, there's rules. We just gonna keep it on the work basis, friendship, co-workers. And she's like, girl, I'm sorry, girl. And she goes back to young ethnic Adam Sandler. So the ladies are still cleaning. And Barbara, so many books, but not one of them the good book. And the other one says, oh, the joy of reading. Janine, I taught you better than this. Janine is bored of herself at this point. She really want to be with Gregory, okay? So we find out that the young lady from the district, I think her name is Vanessa, is gay because, she's, into Kristen Stewart. And so Janine gets a text message from Horn. I don't know why none of them like him. But anyway, he's like, the bouncer won't let me in. Who's the bouncer? Mr. Johnson. Child, I can't make this stuff up. So, she's like, okay, her plan is falling apart because she's like, look, Mr. Johnson, you need to go back to your section because the party won't work if everybody's not in section. How about you, Mr. Horn, stay in the puzzler section? So she's trying to fix things with Zach and Jacob because Zach is Jacob's ex. And he's handing out ham sizes. And Jacob is feeling some kind of way that Zach is not speaking to him. So, she's going to make them come to a resolution. Mr. Johnson is still holding people away from the door, right? So it's somebody at the door called Ollie. No, it's Olivia, the girl who Gregory went out on a date with. She was like, no, she's welcome. Give her 20 back because she gave him $20. And she was like, we'll get it later. Come on in. So she invites her in. So now everything is going in a disarray. The lady from the district is on the mic and the ones and twos, and Ava's in the corner playing jingle, which is where the lady on the mic is supposed to be. And Barbara is getting white girl wasted, child. And this wasn't the plan. She got wine coolers. And then Sheminti is supposed to be cleaning. But now she's turning up in the movie room. Wakanda Forever is playing. That's not the plan. Matt, Manny, Sexy Manny, and Zach, and another guy's in there, but I can't remember who that was. But anyway, everything's still going in disarray. Everything is going against her plan. Somebody's on the floor doing the worm. Everybody's dancing. She's like, what are y'all doing dancing? This is supposed to be a party. I thought that was what people do at parties, Janine. They dance, don't they? So Olivia needs her phone charged, and Janine says, I can make a space for your phone, to get charged or whatever. And she's like, you know what? Electrocution is the number one cause of death. And she's like, oh, yeah, you are EMT. And she unplugs the suka her DJ booth or whatever, and then the lights go out. Mr. Johnson realizes that he created the butterfly effect when he, left his section. Yeah, he said he's gonna fix it for her because the lights are out now. Before that, she had to play a little prank on Olivia, pretend like she was getting electrocuted. So she goes look for a flashlight, and Gregory's coming out the bathroom, and they scare each other. And she's like, "Wait a minute, what are you doing in here?" She said, "If everybody had stayed in the section, this party would have been perfect." And he's like, "Well, I thought this would be a different kind of party now that the lights are out." He's like, "Well, I did see 3 blenders plugged in, so that might be why your problem is your problem." And she says, yeah, I know. I was trying to plug in old girl's phone. So they sit on the bed lovingly. Yes, they do. And he's told her, well, sections and protocols can be cool, but just a regular party can be cool as well. Duh, girl. So Gregory tells her that he is going to be teaching this summer, just something small. The first thing that he got with the goofballs. And she says, I just remember when you first got to Abbott, how you were all business. Now look at you. You are teaching in the summer, and I just want you to know I admire you. Okay, girl. And me, no, you, girl. Janine, I knew never would have let this many people in her house with no shoes on. You are brave. And you never would have left after to try something new. I know that's right. Because Janine is uptight. Girl, you care about people. And that's what I admire about you. They go in to kiss. They get interrupted. By who? Mr. Johnson. He says it's time for the teacher to become the janitor. And he's going to show her how to stop breaking her circuits. So he shows, she's like, girl, that's what that's for? It shows the fuse box. And she's like, I just thought that was something for the bar. It was a little mouse. And he was like, no. This is where you're going to flip the fuse back on, the fuse box, you know. If another fuse is break, I just turn it back on. Child, I have to do that all the time here when my kids turn on the microwave and the air fryer. She said, how do you do it? Live your life, by the seat of your pants. And he said, you don't worry about things going wrong. And he says, things are going to go wrong regardless. You just have to be prepared for either come out, right or wrong. So he tells her regrets have always been harder to live with than consequences. Yeah, that is a good philosophy to live by. This show is so well written, by the way. So she's looking at Gregory and she tells him that she loves her job. And he realizes that, what she's really talking about is kind of a euphemism. She's really talking about Gregory. And basically he says, Mr. John says, fuck them consequences. So we're wrapping things up and Janine does a little ditty with Manny, sexy Manny. And Barbara is dancing with the Allen Iverson cutout. And Shamenta tries to steal her mom, and Gregory leaves with the rest of the crew, Jacob and his date. And Janine says she wished Gregory had stayed because she was going to tell him how she felt. Her best friend, by the way, she said she had to go because she was about to pass out because she was like, y'all don't have to leave. But they leave anyway. She wishes Gregory had stayed. Jacob catches up to Gregory and says, man, where you going? She clearly wanted you to stay. And then he's like, are you leaving because of the rules or HR? What is it? And he's like, man, it's literally inside. And he said, oh, he's leaving. So Ebony lets him know the real deal. Manny did try to date her. Ooh, sexy Manny. Girl, I probably wouldn't turn Manny down. I'm sorry. But anyway, she said she told Janine that she shut it down and she told him that she liked somebody else. And who is that somebody else? It's Gregory, child. So he goes back and they kiss awkwardly. He said, I fixed your light. And then he closed the shade, and all the rest of the teachers and stuff at the school because they are Mr. Johnson is doing a 40-second headstand, and Barbara said that wasn't so hard. I could do that, and she tries it, and then the street sweeper come and she disappears. But that's neither here nor there. That's the end of the episode, and I think that's the end of the season. They only had 13 episodes. What the hell? Well, I guess the strike had something to do with that. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell button so you could be notified each and every time I upload a video. And as I do when I close, I'm going to chunk them up. Deuces.